Hello everybody, it's your favorite Gingy and welcome to Ginger Books. Hello everybody, or welcome back if you're a continuing watcher or subscriber, or welcome if you have happened upon this channel. It's your favorite Gingy here, back with another book tag video, because again, I have ran out of video ideas. We're bringing you what is called, and I'm going to look over here, and I do have to get up close to the screen because I'm not wearing my glasses, but I'm bringing you My Life in Books tag. Again, I'm getting all of these books tags from a blog site called ErinTheBookNut, A Book Lover's Guide, which is co-owned Jenza and Erin. Again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing a name, so bear with me. Pretty sure it's Jenza. But, so, Erin, one of the co-bloggers, decided to do this, and she ended up getting it from Dreamland Book Blog, so I'm going to link everything down below, so if you want to go check it out. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first one is books that start with my initials. So this one was a little difficult, just because my last initial is K. So I don't have a lot of books that start with a K, except for one series in particular you'll see on my shelf. So I try to use different books that I usually have not used. So the first one is, or at least books that I have read. Some of these I have not read yet. So the first one, obviously, my first name is Erica, which you'll see down below, but I do call myself Gingy on here. I can't change that name until I hit a certain follower, so that's why. But, so my first name starts with the letter E, so I picked Evermore by Alison Noel, and I read this back in high school, so I don't remember a whole lot of it, other than we follow a 16-year-old girl named Ever Bloom, who meets a boy who has this magical gift of being immortal. And then she finds out that she also fits in the world too, I think, somehow. Again, I could be very off because I have not read this series in a long time, and I do want to do a reread of it because I only read the first 2 books. So, yeah. The next one is obviously one that we have read on this channel before, and that is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Myers, which is pretty much Twilight through Edward's point of view. Now, I know I had mixed reviews on this book, but I did enjoy it. So, yeah. And it starts with the letter M because my middle name starts with the letter M. Now, again, I struggled with this, and this is the only series that I know that starts with my last initial, which is K. Soon to be Z in June. And that is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. Now, all of the books pretty much start with the letter K. And I try not to use this book, but I have read it, as well as it's the only one I could think of, and I wasn't going to go down to my bottom shelf and try to unbury books to see if they start with the letter K. So, but this story pretty much follows Amelia as her whole world pretty much turns upside down when her twin goes missing, and she meets, obviously, the Prince of Wrath. So, very interesting story that plays in kind of like the whole mythology behind Christianity, the princes of hell, the different 7 deadly sins, you would say, and also magic. So, right up my alley, where it has enough action-adventure, enough suspense, plot twists, and obviously a steamy romance. So, definitely highly recommend this, and why Carrie Maniscalco is one of my top 3 favorite authors. So, alright, so the next one here, looking, count your age along your bookshelf and pick out the book that follows that. Well, I am 26 years old, so I counted on this shelf, pretty much starting from the top, going from my Court of Thorns and Roses special edition crossed, and then down, and it landed on City of Bones, which is the first book in the by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, and what started the whole Shadowhunter Chronicles and the Shadowhunter universe. Pretty much it follows a teenager by the name of Clary Frey as her, again, world turns upside down when her mother goes missing. She sees things that she's not supposed to and invisible people, and then finds out she is part of what is called the Shadow Hunter race, which was created with angel blood mixed with humans. Yeah, so a lot of world upheaval in this book. Now, pick a book set in your city/country. Now, I do have a lot of books that are technically set in the United States, but I wanted to try to pick one that was close to where I live, which is in the Midwest, or at least around close to the region of the Midwest. So that's why I picked Marked by PC and Kristen Cass, the first book out of the House of Night series, because most of the series, minus some traveling, pretty much is set at the House of Night in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is not far away from me. Kind of. It's a few states. Close enough. Now, pick a book that represents a place you would like to travel. And so, I'm going to hold up another book by Cassandra Clare, and that is The Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Last Hour series, or trilogy. Not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a trilogy. Just because I would love to go visit London. It's one of my dreams because I love the Victorian era. And I would love to see old London, go visit the Tower, just so many places I would love to go visit over in London. Oh, and so there was a pick a book that has your favorite color on it. And technically, the one that has my favorite color on it, but it's kind of like a fuchsia, but it's more of a purple. So technically I have two favorite colors, but the one that kind of takes the top of the list is purple. So I picked The Box in the Woods, which is the fourth installment of the Truly Devious series, or kind of like sequel to the Truly Devious series, and it is a standalone. So yeah, by Maureen Johnson. This is where we follow our main character Stevie as she goes and helps out at a camp, and it obviously has a murder called the Box in the Woods murder. So yeah, but again, I picked it because I like purple. The next one is pick a book that has the fondest memories of. And I would have to pick this because this was the series that really got me into reading when my second grade teacher read it to our class. And that is The Beezus and Ramona by Beverly Cleary. And technically I'm only holding up the book one of it. It's just the entire series. I read this series probably several different times. I begged my mom to get the whole series in a box set in Scholastic's book fair. And so she got this along with, I think, the first book hardcover of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. She also got me the whole series of The Little House on the Prairie as well, because she had those books growing up. And so this holds a lot of memories to me of just, sitting under a blanket when I was supposed to be, asleep and reading these and giggling along with Ramona and her adventures and relating to her as, the heroine of the book, character of the book. So, yeah. So which book did you have the most difficulty reading? Now, I did DNF this book, and I think anybody who has been following me along on this journey knows my opinion. And of course, I picked After by Anna Todd. However, I am going to give it another shot. Maybe I was just not in the mindset to read this book. I wasn't 100% sure, but it just felt like it ran on. And it feels like the relationship shows more of the toxic side, which is fine. I kind of got swept up in the movie where they kind of more romanticized it, and maybe that's why I watched the movie before reading the book, which I gotta stop doing that, because sometimes it gives me a bias towards the book. So I'm gonna give it another shot, and that's why the last question of which book in your TBR pile will give you the biggest accomplishment. And I think it'll be this book that finally I'm just going to read it and figure out if I really like it. Now, if I do get like halfway through the book or 2/3 the way through the book and I'm still not enjoying it, I will DNF it. But I can at least say I have accomplished that I was going to give it another shot. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I was about ready to push up my glasses. I'm so used to wearing my glasses. So, didn't realize I fidgeted with my glasses too. Well, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you liked this book tag. And of course, if you want to do this book tag, I tag you in it. This is me tagging everybody, all of my followers in it. So if you do want to do this book tag, everything will be down in the description. And of course, link it down in the comments below so I can see what your answers to get to know you a little bit more. I'm kind of liking this like get to know me more kind of series. Maybe we should do this at the beginning of every year so that new people coming to the channel will kind of get to know me. So, and see how I answer these differently at the beginning of the year. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you do want to stick around for more fun content that it is the bookish world here on, and the chaos that it is this channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you are notified. I post every Tuesdays and Thursdays, or I try to. I do try to. Again, I hope everybody has a great start to their week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!